Hello, this is Grace Winkler. Today I am presenting the Where Do You Stand After Reading strategy. So, Where Do You Stand is a strategy that gets students up and moving and talking about and debating the topic of what they just read about. So, the strategy is a little bit like Four Corners, where it has students rate how and what they agree to the statement, and then they have to find evidence to support their answer. So, to do this strategy, you're going to find an article that students can talk about and debate the outcome of the statement that they agree or disagree with. And then once you find the article, you are going to have the students read the article. Once everyone has read the article, you are going to tell the students your statement. So, and then from there, they're going to decide if they strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree with that statement. You are going to find a place where students are going to stand depending on their agreements with the statement. So this is where I said it can be like four corners where you have the students stand like this corners they agree, the other corners they disagree, the back corners they strongly disagree, and the other back corners they strongly agree. Or you could have them stand in a line depending on on the very left side they strongly agree and then it's agree disagree, and then on the very right side they strongly disagree. You can set up many different ways. So once you have told students the statement, you are going to give them time to kind of decide where they stand and then find evidence from their article to support their answer. Once that time is up, have students go to the area of which they agree. And then students are going to partner up with someone that's also in the standing in the same area as they are to discuss their reasons. Students may have they may both agree, but they have different reasons for agreeing. So allowing them time to discuss it allows them to see different viewpoints. And then after they discuss with someone they agree with, or that they have the same standpoint as, they are going to talk with someone on the opposite spectrum as them. So, you'll have someone, the group that strongly agrees and the group that strongly disagrees, talk to each other about why they chose that. And then the group where agree and disagree, they will talk to each other and get to know their reasons why. Once all the groups have kind of talked with each other, you are going to bring them together as a whole class to discuss what they talked about, and then also asks the students if they change their opinion and why they change their opinion on where they stand with the topic, and have them go to that area of their new opinion. That is that. So an example of, so this is the article that I would choose. So the article talks about should we get rid of daylight savings time, and just kind of goes through the different reasons why it's good and then also why it's bad. Also, what is daylight savings time? So this is where I have the where do you stand, and then the statement is should we keep daylight savings time? So I have in that top left corner, or that front left corner, they'd be strongly agree. The front right corner is disagree. The back left corner is disagree, and then the back right corner is strongly disagree. So here you can see you have the students all in their different corners, and they are discussing with their partners or their group on why they chose that area. And then the lines are showing who would talk with, which groups would talk with each other on why. And then we have the teacher facilitating that full class discussion on what each of the groups kind of talked about. And then here we have the teacher letting the students move to their new standpoints. So, with something with daylight savings, it may be a highly debated topic and have different spectrums of agreements. One thing that this strategy also talks about is you want to, when choosing an article, you want to make sure that there's enough variance and that there will be a debate. Otherwise the strategy will be hard to do if all students are all in strongly agree, or if they're all just in agree or disagree. So you want to be able to have some variance that allows debate and discussion. Thank you for listening to this strategy. Have a great day.